On the 5th of September 2022, a Metropolitan Police firearms officer, Martyn Blake, fired a single, fatal gunshot which killed Chris Kaba. This small stretch of road, the positioning of the cars and officers have been prime focus in the opening of Blake's murder trial. Were the officers at risk, asks the prosecution. Was the use of force necessary and reasonable? Mr Kaba, Chris's father, arrived to support at court this morning. Yesterday, Helen, Chris's mother, struggled her way inside for day one of the trial. The prosecutor said to the jury, you might feel anger, shock or upset at this case because it involves loss of life, a shooting by a police officer and Chris Kaba trying to escape. But he said assess the case dispassionately, return verdicts according to the evidence. A police car tails the Audi on the night of the 5th. Chris Kaba is driving. The dashcam footage was shown in court. The Audi had been marked as a vehicle of interest, linked to a shooting the night before outside a school. In his initial statement the day after the shooting, Martyn Blake described the moment he got out of his car shouting, "Armed police, show me your hands." At this point, the driver reversed back at great speed as fast as he could, directly towards my colleagues. I had a genuine held belief that one or many of my colleagues could be killed by the car. The prosecution showed the court reconstruction graphics of the scene, showing the Audi hemmed in by multiple police vehicles. It argues that there were no officers standing behind the Audi, neither close enough that there was an obvious risk of death. And the Audi's computer records shows the car was travelling at 8 miles per hour when it was reversing and 12 miles per hour when it was driven forward. Exaggerated and false is how the prosecutor described parts of Martyn Blake's account. Chris Kaba's hands were on the steering wheel, visible to the firearms officer, declared the prosecutor. No weapon in his hand. The defence asked the jury to remember that an armed, hooded gang remained at large from the previous day, that the responsibility of deciding whether to shoot or delay in a split second fell on Martyn Blake. Both sides agree that his actions in the moments before and after the shots were fired are not in contention. The Metropolitan Police officer denies murder.